Yo, what is up, boys? How's it going? And welcome back to another episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. With me today, we have Jordan, the anime dude who recommended Shirobako.
What's up, guys? I'm excited for this week. This is going to be a good week.
It was so funny. I was at work. Your boy got a little side job for the next 2 weeks, and I was like, "What was Jordan's recommendation?" And I just typed in anime about making anime, and it came up. I'm like, this better be the one he recommended, and if it's not, that might actually be better. Like, it might be really funny if it's not.
Oh God.
Recon, the king of bad taste, is with us today, and I actually kind of liked his pick. He recommended Wistoria, Wand and Sword. What up, Recon? How you doing?
Let's go! Man, my pick is gonna be the best for this podcast. I'm not gonna lie, because it's just amazing.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll decide who's the best.
We'll talk about it right now. We'll talk about it right now.
No, I'm Briggs. Welcome to the podcast, and I recommended Ashita no Joe. I mean, we could talk about yours right away.
We go. We want to say best for last, or we want to say best for first?
I mean, if we're saving best for last, we'll do Ashita no Joe last. Let's start off with Wistoria.
No. We're starting with the Ashita no Joe. We're starting with the shit show right now. Let's go.
We're starting with the worst. We got to go with Wistoria, but it.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. What do you want to start with? You guys choose.
We can start with.
I don't mind.
Recon, what you pick? All you. No pressure. But all the pressure.
I think we should save best for last, so let's just start with Ashita no shit. Let's go.
Ashita no shit. So did it come out in the 70s? It's a classic boxing
early
anime.
70s.
And I will say, it obviously is ugly, but I do think it has some things that are just like really like solid for it, especially given the time it was produced. And it influenced so many anime we love today. It's referenced in so many anime. But you guys are the ones that are watching it for the first time. I've watched it before. Jump into it.
Okay.
I mean, I briefly watched it before. I never actually finished all. There's like a decent amount of that. There's like 79
episodes. 70 something. Yeah.
In season 1.
There's a lot.
But I kind of want to actually watch it all at some point.
Same.
Anyway, Jordan, your thoughts?
Well, I actually loved it. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, just because I had actually tried to watch it once prior, a few years back, and I'd made it like halfway through episode 1 back then. And I just could not get into it. Like you said, it's a bit of an older animation style. The animation actually looks very smooth in some of those early fights, like because it is all drawn, and it actually surprised me with how good it was. But there are also a lot of still frames, and they're a little bit selective with it and stuff, right? So it has, you can definitely tell its age, but I think it really holds up. It better than I thought. Anyways, it's an old anime from the 1970s, but it tells a story that takes place in like 1950s. So it's like a very bleak era, like post World War II Japan. There's a lot of people in poverty, and Joe is this 15 to 16-year-old kid that's kind of on the streets, and he's kind of a little shitter. I'm not gonna lie. In those first 3 episodes, he's running around scamming like he was that era's version of Logan Paul. Like he was hustling. He was doing everything he could to make an extra buck there for a bit. But he kind of comes from nothing. So I guess we don't really have his backstory up at this point. But I don't know. It was good enough to where at the end of episode 3, it was a bit of a cliffhanger, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it episode 4. I have to and I just kind of kept going for a bit. So
oh hell yeah.
Yeah, like I wanna finish this one here.
I'm in a very, very similar situation as you, Jordan. I watched it a long time ago. I watched like a handful of episodes, probably not over 6, and I liked it, but I never continued. And it is an older style that's a little bit jarring, and you need some patience with. But I want to watch more, and that's why I recommended it, to kind of like refresh my memory and start from the beginning. But before I give my thoughts on what actually happened, I'm the one who recommended it. Recon, what did you think?
Trash. I hate the animation. I hate the look. I hate everything about it. But on a serious note, though, it's just it's kind of very similar to a lot of the boxing series I've watched, like Hajime no Ippo, but I'm still on 3 episodes, by the way, and Megalobox. It's kind of the same thing, where you got like the weakling protagonist, and actually no, Joe's not really weak.
Yeah.
He's not a weakling, but it kind of.
Did you watch?
I did. It kind of starts off, with a similar vibe. I
think it gives me Megalobox vibes a little bit.
Yeah. he beat up 20 dudes that had knives, like grown men with
beat up the 20
knives by
dudes in the game.
himself. This
But
The thing is, Joe.
How
Joe
cool
was
was
an
the
ass.
scene when like the guy who wants to be the coach or whatever, Donpei, I think his name is. How cool was it after that fight?
yeah.
He like jumps on him to protect his boxer. Like Donpei is kind of the GOAT.
Well, yeah,
Donpei's
but
like,
I had
"Run,
mixed
Joe,
feelings there. He's the one
run!"
that knocked his ass out. He hit him right in the chin.
Yeah,
Gotta give him
Yeah,
CTE
Donpei is
before he
like,
ever starts boxing.
true.
Dampe is the alcoholic guy who decides
and like
to
Joe, like even
train Joe.
Joe talks shit, like humiliates him and all this, and like I feel like I can just see Donpei as a character in like 20 episodes having like the best development and becoming such a good character, and I want to watch more. 'Cause I feel potential in him.
Don't get me wrong. I love him. Not right off rip. I was very iffy on those first 2 episodes, but like after that, you see the lengths he's willing to go to in order to, kind of do what's best for Joe and kind of push him towards that path. Like it is a little bit selfish in that he's trying to live his dream through Joe, but at the same time, like he sees that potential there. He doesn't want to see it go to waste street fighting in the slums. Like he wants that to kind of live up to its potential, right? So it's
You know what, Jordan? Now that you mentioned that, yeah, Joe is weak because he's a street fighter, Briggs. If he would, face, actual boxers, he would lose.
Well,
he could.
Maybe.
So he's considered a weakling, just like the others.
Not
he has to go
really,
through training.
not
He has to
really.
go.
Dude, he fought
he has
20
to go through
dudes.
proper training.
You're right about having to go
these
through
guys
training.
don't know how to Yeah, but these guys don't know how to fight.
I remember
he's fighting weaklings.
I don't know if it was episode 3 or episode 4, but I remember he runs into when he goes to like a detention center or whatever, or like whatever this place is, and he runs into people that are actually strong and actually a little bit trained, and it's definitely different than the delinquents on the street, right?
Yeah. And I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I did watch episode 4 just to see that point where he does get arrested, and man, I don't know, it's one of those shows where, speaking of him training and whatnot, like his personality is way different than I kind of imagined. Because when you say that this inspired series like Ippo and a lot of the other sports series that come after, like Ippo is a character that's diligent to a fault, right? Like he is gonna do his training to the T and then maybe push himself a little bit too far extra, right? This old man pays him to train, and he's like, "Yeah, if you pay me 500 yen a day, I'll train." And then he just doesn't. He goes and starts hustling on the side and doing all this other stuff. He starts scamming.
I don't remember him being such a little shit, to be honest. When I watched it a long time ago, I don't remember him being such a little shit.
Always.
I'm not gonna lie. That's part of what made me really excited to watch it.
He talks later. He fists first, talk later. Yeah, like that.
No, he's straight thugging. But like, I feel like the more a character kind of starts in that way, and the more satisfying it's going to be, and like the more rewarding it's going to be to see them kind of get to that straight and narrow path where, where he kind of imagines him being. Because hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So it's like he sees that talent. Now he just has to get that talent to actually want it and to work hard, right? So,
I've seen clips of him in the ring later on in the series and stuff like that, and I want to get there. I feel like you got to push through. You got to push through and get there.
Well, I don't know. It's weird because there's a lot of anime nowadays where it's like, okay, this anime is about boxing. We're gonna rush to it. We're gonna get to the boxing. We're gonna have it get to that point where we're in the sport really fast, and it kind of blurs out a lot of the rest of life. But one of my favorite parts about sports anime is when it kind of includes how they got to that point, like their life all encapsulating, right? True. So it's very slow. It's a build up, but it's like it feels like that's kind of intentional, and it doesn't feel like that in a bad way. Like we are getting the backstory of his life and whatnot outside of boxing itself. So like these first 3 or 4 episodes, it doesn't even really feel like a boxing anime, but I'm okay with that. Like
it's true.
You got to let it build. I'm excited to watch more eventually. I will watch more of this one.
Maybe I misunderstood, but I think Donpei is gonna end up being my favorite character. I could already tell.
Oh yeah.
But maybe I misunderstood. I thought like he was trying to protect. Like obviously he jumped on him to protect him, but when he punched him out, wasn't that him punching him out so he would stop fighting these guys with knives?
Yeah, it was. I was giving.
I'm like, did I misunderstand? Like I know he's giving him CTE, but like.
No, 100%. He was like, he saw them pull out knives. He doesn't want him to like, ruin his life and
ruin his career,
like his body career here and stuff. So he took the lesser path of like just knocking him out real quick, and then like covered him with his own body, right? Like the intentions were there. All right, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. He does a good job of
Oh, we lost Jordan. Oh no. Oh no.
Jordan? Jordan? Oh,
I
shit, we lost
I
Jordan.
just
Okay,
want to yeah, Jordan's internet's been acting up. I just want to also say there's a moment where he's just like, the second I saw you fight, I quit alcohol cold turkey. Like, I'm committed to this type of thing. And also Joe having someone that finally believes in him, I feel like will eventually make an impact. Maybe not right now because our boy's still scamming and being a thug.
Yeah. So hustling, scamming, going down to the streets, fighting people, and getting little bits and pieces of money here, so
Yeah.
that Dampe, whatever the fuck what's his name
Dampe.
again?
Dampe.
Dampe can keep training him, so he can join the world class boxing championship and fight real boxers and stuff like shit like that, and make his legacy and career. Like, oh, that sounds cool, but with trashy animation, trashy visuals, kind of crappy voice acting. That really doesn't help at all, does it now, Brigo?
I mean, it's from the 70s. I think
Yeah.
I'm the type that can
It is
get
from the 70s.
I'm the type that can get over a bad art style and animation. I know you're not, and that's fine. But it shows that you can sometimes. You were able to do it with Berserk 1997.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to talk about Berserk because that's a different story. That is a fucking different story. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. I do want to say
overall-
I agree with Jordan in regards to like the still frames and the old art style, very ugly at times. Art style, very ugly at times. But when the fights are actually happening, because it's done in this all hand-drawn way, it's kind of very nice looking to see the transitions and the frames of the punches and the movement. I actually really appreciate that. And of course, there's all these still frames because everything is, they don't have the technology they do now. And I think with the technology we have now, you think we would improve, but a lot of the times we improve in some ways and then take a couple steps back in other ways because we're cutting corners. Like some of the like this is from the 70s. There's no way that some of the punches should look better than in 2025, and they do. They actually do at times.
Briggs, even when you say we're like, yeah, the technology that we have right now is greater, but like we still get crappy anime.
Yeah, I know, man.
We still get shit.
Because what ends up happening is when we advance the technology, some people are going to use it to enhance their product, and some people are going to use it to speed run and just cut costs and cut corners. And at the end of the day, you actually end up making a worse product, but probably at a cheaper rate, right?
Yeah, but honestly, I would say this show reminds me more of Megalobox than Hajime no Ippo. Because Megalobox, Joe was like strong. He was strong, but not as like strong as like the bigger boxers. And then when he fights without gears, he proves it. He's like a different breed than anyone else. And it's kind of, I can kind of see similarities here with Ashita no Joe. But overall, I would prefer Megalobox. So yeah, I would say for my overall thoughts, it's mid on the mid level of things.
I mean, it's nothing amazing just yet. I'm excited to try to watch some more. I think I'm with you on the mid, just because it's so old.
Yeah, but yeah, I just wouldn't continue it personally for me. So I from there, 3-episode rule dropped.
You would.
But thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, I will drop
no problem. Okay. So, let's talk about your anime a little bit here. Wistoria,
Wand and Sword.
And Sword. So, for Wistoria, Wand, and Sword, it does have the similarities. Everyone compared it to Mashle. It's Mashle without the comedy. Because Mashle and One Punch Man come from a comedic standpoint to this type of thing. While, oh, are we getting Jordan back? No, not yet. Well, this one takes it very serious. It's about a world. It's a fantasy anime. It's about a world where basically magic is everything, and there's a magic academy. And of course, we have one guy who enters the academy that can't use magic, but he is built different. We didn't get to see him train or do anything. He's kind of just really, really strong. And I'm waiting for the reveal on why he's so strong. And there's different ways to kind of like pass the academy and become the highest level like wizard or whatever they call it. What's it called? Magia Vander. And you could either get a bunch of credits, pass your tests, or like develop different magic. And basically what he's doing is he goes into the dungeon and slices like monsters up to get his credits, and then like just pass all his like written exams, and he's getting through. And one of the reasons why he wants to past these things is he wants to get to the highest level, like the girl that he loves from childhood.
Yep, he wants to be at the top of the wizard tower with her.
And I feel like this show, while it's like the opposite of Joe in a way, I feel like it's super generic at times, and it's not really doing like writing wise or certain things all that like well. But it's gorgeously animated. The dub voice acting is top tier.
Which studio?
Sorry?
Which studio?
It's Wit Studio, yeah. Like, it's gorgeously animated. Dub, fantastic dub. Voice acting is so on point. Music is on point. Choreography is on point. Everything's on point. And it just, like, not mid-writing, it's just good. I have no issues, but I'm not, like, overly impressed in any way. But because it's like so good in all these other aspects, it keeps me engaged to watch more, and I am excited to watch more. But it's very different. I want to compare it to Mashal. It's very different. Mashal comes from a comedic standpoint. This is very, very serious, or much more serious.
This is more serious, but it's on the same concept of Mashal. You know, both of them have characters that can't use magic, but they still got into the academy. So Will got into the academy because his scores are good in like the exams and written shit, but when it comes to the practical stuff, he's kind of on the lower side of things, but he's still got accepted to school because of his results. Mm-hmm. And Mashal, it's
no, I think he got accepted into school initially because they wanted to get the other girl to join. But yeah, he passed one of the tests by using like a knife and blocking a bunch of fireballs and stuff.
Okay. Well, how did Mashal get in? Oh yeah, because he passed the fucking entrance exam. That's right.
Yeah, he passed. Oh yeah, you're talking about Mashal. That's my bad. Yeah, he passed the entrance exam.
Yeah, by beating the shit out of that big boss or whatever.
Mashal is so freaking funny. It has all these funny moments where, oh, Jordan's back. Jordan.
Oh, sorry guys.
No, you're good.
Okay.
We kind of just finished up talking about Ashita no Joe while you were gone, and I kind of just said I agree with you where like it's ugly at times. The still frames are there because they don't have the technology that they do have today. But sometimes the choreography of the fights, because it's done by hand, it's almost better than some of the punches I see thrown today, which is crazy that with the technology that we have, that sometimes by cutting corners and just trying to get things done quickly and with like a low without spending as much money, that something from the 70s can have a better choreographed looking punch.
Yeah, no, that's why I was pleasantly surprised by like the actual fighting scenes in those first few episodes. 100%.
Mm-hmm. So we jumped into Wistoria Wand and Sword, and I kind of just briefly gave like a synopsis of what happened and what it's about. It's a lot more serious than Mashal, and it covers the guy who goes to a school about magic and can only throw hands and use a sword. We didn't see him train. He just kind of is built different. So I'm excited to see how he ended up becoming as strong as he is today, or maybe a backstory about him being like part dwarf or something. I don't know. But it's one of those shows that like has all right writing. I have no complaints, but it really has great animation, great art style, great music, great voice acting that really brings that okay writing that I have no complaints with to the next level, keeping me wanting to watch. Maybe in the opposite way of Joe, where Joe looks ugly as hell, but I'm very intrigued by the characters, very interested in where these characters are going to go. I think the writing in Joe is actually quite good. Did we lose him again? Maybe he has to go no face cam.
I have no fucking clue. What is up, Jordan?
I can hear you guys, but can you hear me?
Oh, he's back. Yeah. Maybe take off your face cam just to reduce any issues.
Oh, is it lagging on the face cam?
Yeah, you froze for like 20 seconds there.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, I could hear you the whole time.
All right, cool.
All right, talk about your thoughts. What do you think?
Yeah, what
Jordan,
do you think about Wistoria,
Wistoria?
Wand, and Sword?
It makes me it's just funny to me how you say it's like pretty okay writing, because I had kind of the same thought. Like it's good. It's good. I actually have very few complaints about it, but it seems like very kind of stereotypical in some of like the cliches it's going for, and I kind of realized why after episode 1. So I realized it's the same author as for the light novels are done by the same author as Don Machi. So, and after I saw that, I couldn't unsee it. Like,
it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense.
I like Don Machi.
Wait, really?
Don Machi a lot. Yeah. So like, I defend Don Machi all the time. I'm like, it's pretty okay.
Right,
you got this character. He has that one love of his life that he already has his eyes set on, and every other girl kind of sips for him as he chases that that love of his life. He's in a dungeon.
I wonder who this relates to. Belle, is that you, Belle?
I like Belle. I like Will. They're both great. But yeah, I found myself a couple times in like episodes 2 and 3 asking like, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Or I guess in the case of Wistoria, and
what a
I guess even Danmachi to an extent. Yeah, those are characters that are they're trying to pick up Will in a dungeon. All right, like he has no interest in these people that are simping for him. He has his eyes set on that childhood friend, right? But yeah, the world building is interesting. There's a lot of kind of lore there in those first 3 episodes. Like everything's good and solid. It's like nothing like breathtaking or like blows me away, but like it's I feel like the production value and stuff like more than make up for it. It's like Machi with better production value.
Yeah,
is
man,
what
it really is.
Uh-huh.
I will say it's so funny. I literally tweeted out one time that Machi is the best mid-anime I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's like the most pretty okay thing. That's like I like it.
Did you guys watch the latest season of Danmachi by any chance?
Actually, season 4 and 5 actually get really good at times.
Okay, I've only seen the first 3.
Or 3 and 4, I don't know.
The last 2 seasons that we had were like chef's kiss, I'm telling you. Chef's kiss. It was so good.
But for a while I was saying it's just like the best average anime I've ever watched, and I find that so funny. And then you brought up this show where I'm like, it's just kind of all right, but I really like it, and I'm down to keep on watching. And you're like, same author as Danmachi. I'm like, it makes so much sense.
It clicks so hard. Like it just makes sense. But also they include like one really good fight in each of those first 3 episodes. Like I said, I was invested. There was very few times I was not invested. Like the episode 2 fight where he has to fight Edward or his teacher and whatnot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not fair for you to say the wand is mightier than the sword if you don't let him use his sword. But
I was saying that too.
but that girl brought his sword just in the nick of time, just late enough for him not to hear him monologuing about his first love, but just soon enough to where he doesn't lose. Right, like he got it right there in that perfect crevice. It was great.
Yeah. I like that, like he like fully rushed forward and then jumped off the ceiling moment to break the shield. I thought that was really cool. And I will say Edward's like magic also looks really cool. So it made for a good fight.
Dark magic.
The actual choreography of him versus that like, what the fuck is it called? It looked like a centaur looking Baskerville or something on like the dungeon's 6th floor. I think the choreography of that fight, how he dodged the sword, was kind of gorgeous.
All right. So as you all know, that series like this, they all have their bullies where they pick on the protagonist because he's just the weakling. So what do you guys think about Shion? Because I know you guys probably have only watched the 3 episodes, but as you continue on, he's something. So what do you guys think about Shion for now, after 3 episodes?
Well, I didn't like him at first. I also didn't fully understand until a little bit later why he disliked Will so much. It was one of those things where it's like, it's not enough for me to succeed. He must fail. But also, it's understandable now where he's just like, this guy keeps on talking about becoming a Vander Decan magic user. What's it called? Magia Vander. He keeps on talking about being a Magia Vander, which is like so many magic users try and fail, and this dude's trying to do it without magic. So it's just like it's just insulting to like other people's hard work in a way. But at the same time, it's like, why do you care so much about what someone else is trying to do and achieve, and letting it affect you? Like imagine like the teacher, like that teacher Edward. He failed at becoming a Magia Vander. So having a student in his class that can't use magic, being like, I'm going to become one, I'd be annoyed too. Like, you're not. Shut up. So I kind of get it, but also they're pieces of shit as well.
Yeah, I understood both sides of that one a little bit. Like, I like how the other professor approached it more, where it seemed like it was coming from a good place. Like, it was tough love in a lot of ways, where he's kind of giving him that guidance. Like, are you sure this is like the career path you want? Like, you're not going to be able to get these credits. But yeah, he's like the deaf kid going to a music school, right? Like it's like, are you sure you're going to be able to do this? Like it's you literally just don't have the capability to use magic, but you're at a magic school. Like I get where the professors are coming from, but seeing him kind of overcome that and then realize that his goals or his reasons of wanting to get there are very simplistic. They're very simple, but what drives people is always kind of simple, right? So it's like, yeah, he's doing it for love. but he's very driven. He's very dedicated to his studies. He can write, he can fight, he can do it all. So,
all right, who's your favorite girl so far in the series?
I feel like we don't know enough about the childhood friend. It has implied that like, well, she kind of appears very like princess-like and noble. She's not. Like, she grew up in the same orphanage as him, and that's kind of a facade. I think it said that like kind of in one of the mid cards, but so like she's interesting, but we don't know enough about her. But
does anyone remember the childhood friend's name?
I think they're all kind of named after flowers.
It's
so
Chloe.
It's like Chloe. Okay.
No.
I liked Rose from the class. Rose in their class was.
Sorry, not Chloe. It's Colette.
Colette's the one from the class. That's not his childhood friend.
Are you Elfaria?
Colette, yeah, it is.
It's Elfaria.
Yeah, so there's Colette from the class.
Oh, never mind.
Elfaria is the childhood friend. And then in episode 3, we meet a new girl. I'm so bad with names. Oh my god.
Iris is the
I thought Colette was the childhood
Iris
friend.
is the new girl. Who are we rooting for? I kind of want to keep on watching this anime.
For me, Colette is my favorite.
I like Colette too.
My favorite girl.
But we don't know Alfaria, like Jordan mentioned. So maybe
I don't know much.
If it's like Don Machi, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, he has these cute moments and like friendship building moments with these other characters, but he's gonna stay true to Alfaria if it's like Don Machi.
I feel
the only thing you guys will get out of Alfaria is just her sitting on top of the tower and just awaiting her Prince Charming to come in and be together. Like, and yes, she's powerful because she is on top of the wizard tower, but you won't get much from her.
You say that.
You will you will get
trust anything Recon says.
Listen, you will get glimpses of backstory and shit like that with her and Will, but that's about it. You're gonna get more development from Colette, and trust me, you're gonna like her.
Just in those first 3 episodes, though, we get her not only watching him like from the tower, but like whenever he goes to where he can't see her, she sends the spy. So Iris was her spy that she like sent to go keep an eye on him. Like, she's like that kind of obsessed to an extent. So like I feel like there's more there.
Yeah,
and the light novels are finished. There's like 8 volumes. So like I know there's a second season established. I feel like it's one where like if they kind of do it like Don Machi, I don't know how many seasons we would get, but like I imagine it'd be like 3 or 4, and I'm hoping it goes somewhere with her.
Question, guys. In Don Machi, Belle's the girl that he likes first. What's her name?
Ais Wallenstein.
Wallenstein. I feel like she had obviously she has a backstory later on and we find out more about her, but she had no personality. I feel like Alfaria is going to have some personality based off what you just said. And like, just the little glimpses we get, I'm like, I can't wait to meet this girl.
Like we know we are not seeing the true her right now, right?
Yeah,
so like the fact that it went out of its way to say that, like, it gives me hope.
Exactly, dude.
Colette, I just feel kind of bad for her. Like, she is bending over backwards for this dude day in and out. I guess he kind of helps her study a bit, but she has to be the one to open his locker. I don't think you guys understand. Every day, twice a day, you can't get into his locker to get his stuff if she's not there.
Because the lockers require magic to open. That's right.
She came to his defense when he's getting bullied. Like, I don't know. I feel bad for Colette already. She's the Hestia of the show.
She does assist him in a lot of magic. She gives him fists of power to even use them.
And Hestia helps Belle a lot. But, like, I still feel bad for him in that way, right? Like, his heart's already, like, set. We know who his first love is, so.
We forgot to rank Ashita no Jo, by the way. I completely forgot about that.
It's like a 5 out of 10 so far.
Yeah.
So far, I'd give it like a 6.
I'd give it like a 4. But
I feel like he would have said 5 if we said 6 and 7. He's like, I gotta go a little bit lower than Briggs. Less than whatever you guys say. Less than you guys.
I'll take it.
I wish there was a dub. Anyway, for this anime, I'd give it like a 6.5.
Cool.
For Wistoria?
For Wistoria.
I liked it quite a bit so far. I'll say like 7 for now. Like, yeah, and like I could see it definitely getting better as it goes on. Like I have very few complaints thus far about the show. It's just still very early. So
it's one of those things that's just so funny to me that like I'm interested in Joe's story, but it looks like shit, and I'm not that interested in Wistoria, but like it looks amazing.
Bro, I did love that. Like, it was widescreen like most of the time, or like has those black bars at the top and bottom of the screen, and then like episode 1, as soon as like the fight started. Like, it went to where it wasn't like that anymore. I'm like, oh crap, he's about to get the budget. And sure enough, like, I don't know. Like I said, the fights were fun.
Yeah, the fights
overall,
were
very few complaints.
Fights were good. Characters are likable. Like, I have very little complaints. True. Maybe I have to give it to a 7. I'll put it at a 7.
It's like the same way I feel about Danmachi a lot of times. Like I said, it's stereotypical in some ways. So like I usually don't have very many complaints about it. But like I don't love it, right? So I don't know. It's no masterpiece, but it's solid.
It's no Mashal. Didn't make me laugh in those moments.
Yeah.
Would you guys continue it though? Is the big
question. For sure.
I definitely want to continue this one.
Good to hear.
We're 2 out of 2 so far for bangers this week.
All right, let's talk about Shirobako.
Shirobako.
It's so funny. Right. This one starts off with like 5 girls in high school, and it's like it gave me the same vibe as that other anime you made me watch, where there was like 5 girls or 6 girls at the very beginning, and then it fast forward afterwards, and it's just like now I gotta remember who's who, and like what color hair everyone has. Like, oh, this one wants to be an animator, this wants to be a voice actor. I couldn't remember.
But are they? But they're not even really that important, especially those first 3 episodes, right? Like,
there's so many other characters that get introduced.
Only context I'll give is that this was done by PA Works, which they do like a lot of anime original type stuff. So yeah,
it's an anime original about making anime originals.
Yep.
Exactly. I first knew about Shirobako from simply watching a random video on YouTube about Emma dancing while she's counting.
It's so cute.
That's literally, and that's how I found out about Shirobako because this anime started back in 2014, and I started watching seasonal anime in 2015. So I pretty much missed it, but now I got the chance to watch it, and I'd say it's not bad at all. I actually like it. It's simple, about making anime. Different girls want to be different things, voice actor, animator, 3D modeler, or whatever. And you get to go into their life a little bit more, and they have problems, but you get to learn that through hard work, you can probably achieve anything. But so far...
Your synopsis fucking kill me, Recon.
Why?
But so far you're liking it.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's simple, slice of life, cute girls doing whatever. But I like it.
Go ahead, Jordan.
I don't know. It's just that's such a weird synopsis because this show stresses me the hell out. Yeah. This is like the most stressful show I've ever watched amongst stressful shows.
I like it so far.
It is literally just them at work, and it's like it kind of fakes you out in the beginning. Like Briggs said, it shows these 5 childhood friends, like they're in high school, they have these big dreams, and then boom, cut to 2.5 years later where they're in the industry, and it's like it's just stress.
Yeah, right.
Just
they're gonna have stress. But...
When they're in the anime club and they're or whatever club, animation club that they're in, it's like, oh, this is so fun. We're getting this done. This looks like this and that, whatever. And then like
run into issues.
Fast forward into deadlines. And working with different people with different critiques and different issues. I will say, there's a lot of things about this show I like, and I'll talk about that. And it's really cool to see like the behind the scenes of what we watch every single fucking week. But I'm also very bored at times too.
It's a slice of life. It's what you signed up for.
I'm watching people work, and it's a slice of life. And I see the stress as well when the director's like, well, that face isn't the way I wanted her to be. And this is the backstory I had in my head that I didn't communicate to you, you fucking idiot. And it's just like, yeah, we're going to restart. We have 5 days left. Oh my god. Yeah. But it is cool to see them trying to meet deadlines and all the different parts moving and how one part affects another part. So it's cool to see that. And it's also interesting to see like a work dynamic. It feels very real in a way where it's like because there's so many people with different ways of doing things and different thought processes, how the clashes happen and how the issues happen. Right? Some people are really fast at doing things. Some people are very slow at doing things. Some people have different visions for different things. So it's cool seeing that. But there are times, obviously, that I'm just like, I'm watching people work. I worked all fucking week.
Dude, that's what stressed me the hell out when I was watching this show. I'm not going to lie. Because I would get off work. And like I said, it's very realistic. I feel like anybody that's like worked in any type of corporate environment or like a big company where you're having to deal with a lot of different people, they can relate on some level. So like I would get off work and then I would be watching them work, and I'm like, yeah, this is stressing me out than my real job, well, more than my real job. So.
One of my favorite things is watching Aoi fucking drive.
Dude. The driving the show.
Dude, I think that was some of my favorite parts. I'm like, she's going to bring something to this girl to get her to like animate it or whatever, and she's just drifting around corners.
Jordan, could you tell me which episode is the part where Emma was dancing? Which episode was it?
So I don't know what episode it is. It's a 24 episode series.
Oh god.
But I'm glad you touched on that, because we did say, I did say initially whenever I sent this, I'm like, on top of the 3 episodes, this clip is required watching.
Oh, I remember you saying that. I don't remember you saying that.
So funny. I'm gonna take a good guess and say that she's dancing just to let out the stress, and it might be true.
All right, I gotta.
Can we pull up the clip on the?
Pulling up the clip.
Cover up.
Oh, I thought I was pulling up the clip, but I don't see it.
Oh.
Did you message it?
I sent I just discorded the. If you click that, it'll take you up to where the clip is.
Oh.
Yeah, just scroll up. It's Shirobako Emma dance.
This is what Recon knew from this the series right here.
This is the clip that got me introduced to Shirobako. I watched it so many times. I have a feeling I'm gonna get an ad.
I'm definitely gonna get an ad whenever I try to open something on stream.
No, it doesn't have an ad. This video doesn't have an ad.
Sponsored to you by Anime.
Okay, Chad can't see what's going on. Jesus Christ.
He's giving you a taste of that stress from a work environment, Briggs.
Yeah, he really is. It's very cute, but I don't know the context at all. Why are you...
I mean, you're working all day. You just got to get those calisthenics every now and again.
You got to get rid of that stress by just, singing and dancing and doing all that.
Just doing stretches in between parts of her shift.
Yeah, honestly, I feel that so hard though, because I've been like a full-time content creator for a while, but like I take on like some side jobs, and I'm basically working at a school for like 3 weeks right now, and it's so trippy, like sitting down all day and then coming home and trying to stream and sitting down some more. I'm like, I just sat for like 10 hours. Like I have so much pent-up energy. I need to go and do something.
Exactly.
Like, I literally have been going for walks at like 11 p.m. Just go for a walk. I'm like, I need to move. I need to do something.
Need to move the body, 100%.
And that video right there teaches you exactly what you need to do for after a stressful day.
Yeah, I will do that video and send it to you, Recon. Don't worry.
Let's go. But Recon, what did you think about the driving? I feel like the driving, it's partially just PA Works like showing off. Like, look, we could do an action stuff if we want. We could do initial.
Yeah. I was impressed when I saw it, to be honest. I didn't think that they would give us anything like that and, a cute show of just girls making anime. But it was surprising, and I liked it. It was good.
Bro, this time around,
like a little taste. Like, here, if, we know you guys are bored. We'll just throw this in to release that boredom.
Yeah, this time around, as far as that driving scene goes, because I've seen it before, right? But I didn't notice this the first time. That logo on the dude's car.
Yeah, he worked for like
a GI
staff
studio or something like that.
Staff.
Or GI staff. That logo, the way it's designed, is just basically the production IG logo.
IG staff or something. Yeah.
No, it's production IG is like the studio that does like Haikyuu and Run with the Wind and stuff like that. So like the I and the G are, they're flipped, but like it's the same style for those, and then there's just a different word there. But I thought that was really cool. It's like just little references from like the industry that it's like they're racing the Haikyuu squad right there. That's a cool bro was just trying to get Haikyuu wrapped up.
Also, there's the one purple hair girl. Can't remember her name. I'm sorry. She gets asked to like work on something with like a deadline of 2 days, and she's just like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it properly. So she probably stayed up all night doing it, and then she literally passes out and collapses. And just seeing how much effort and like sacrifice they're putting into this is crazy. And I feel like there's some reality to it. Like they're very overworked in Japan to the point of like getting sick. I very rarely, like, we stress ourselves out over here in the West quite a bit, but I very rarely see these things like, hospitalized from overwork type thing. And I feel like we see that referenced a lot in Japan, which scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's definitely a very different like work culture kind of over there. Like they're there very late and things like that, right? Like that.
Yeah,
That takes a lot of time.
Like Buddy said, he was
And
gonna go. He was gonna go and like go to a meeting or something, and drop something off. He'll be back for 11 p.m. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? 11 p.m.
And then you get those people that have kind of been there a while and stuff, like the old man that's like key animator and stuff. He's like, I'm going home. It's like 5,
Yeah.
like 5 or what have you. Like there are those people, but like anybody that's ever switched from like an hourly position to some type of
Salary.
salary, like they'll usually tell you, like myself included at one point stuff. There's times where you end up making like almost less because like you don't get overtime or anything, but also you end up working more, right? So it's one of those things where there's like a little bit of commentary on that, and it's just interesting seeing how all the different things come together, how one wrench over here turns into a snowball of a fire drill that's like wrecks the schedule over here, causing them to kind of overwork, right? How that can cause that stress, and we get these people that we're following. Like I said, she's 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
She's very much at this point in those first 3 episodes like yeah, I can do that. Like, yeah, we can do that. We'll figure it out. Like there's times where you got to learn to say no with things, right? Whenever it doesn't seem reasonable or doable. So we see that with some of the older guys. Like we saw one of the guys that ended up going home and like his son's there talking to him as he's watching a movie. Like we saw him say like no like twice. He's like, yeah, like I was busy with this the whole time. Like I can't commit to that. Like it's interesting.
Go ahead. I was gonna say the best character in the series though is the president by far. President of the company is just there chilling, making food for people. What a beauty!
It's like
I love
cooking.
Him.
He's such a sweetheart. They're over there stressing about the whole production of their first big anime in 7 years falling apart. And he's like, anybody want some candy? Anybody?
I feel like that's probably the most unrealistic thing about this series. I
Dude's about to retire.
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like we all know that guy that's about to retire. That's just like,
yeah, but he's the president. It's different. Like I know a lot of people that are like about to retire that like are coasting and like doing random things. But like the president is being there, like actually there in person a lot, and then cooking for people. I don't know if that's like a Japanese thing or like just like the one thing in this anime because this anime feels very real at times.
Yeah.
And then we just have the president there cooking curry and like making takoyaki. I'm just like, I don't know. I guess it's an anime.
One good thing about this anime is like 3-episode rule as well, is we see that big wrench kind of thrown in the schedule from like the director.
Oh my God.
Like he's not the best at communicating, so he definitely should have said some of the things he did earlier. But whenever he gets to see that preview of the cut, he goes, this isn't kind of how I envisioned it. Like we can make this better. And so there's that creative part, right? That's scheduling with creative people and stuff in particular can be especially daunting. But he kind of throws a wrench in the schedule there, and he's at least able to kind of rally people around that. But it turns the schedule into a mess. It can become stressful as hell. And then we see that difference at the very end of episode 3, where it's we get to see that finalized version of that one scene from episode 4 that they redid. Just same music, same voice acting. Like they kept those things the same, even though we saw them kind of change those around and mess with them earlier. And it's like just the extra detail to the animation and the way they went about it added so much to that little scene, right? So it's like it gives you a very good view and insight and stuff into how far sometimes the little things go whenever they put that extra attention to detail there. So.
I will say, having a director that can't communicate, Buddy needs to be fired. I don't care how talented he is. Like you need to be able to communicate if you're a director.
Yeah.
Y'all are still talking.
Yeah. Any other thoughts from you there, Recon, on this, or?
No, it's just simple as that. But I'll continue watching it, no problem. Okay. But for me, I would rate this a 6 out of 10.
All right.
I give it like it's one of those shows where I feel like there's like really nothing wrong with it, but it just also just not necessarily for me. I did enjoy it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It gets boring. It does get boring. I'm not gonna lie. And for stretching it out to 24 episodes might be a little bit overboard.
I wish there was more.
I don't know
for the pace that it's going. For the pace that it's going, it's kind of stretching out.
I wish there was more. We haven't even gotten to see anything from the VA. Like we saw her working extra jobs because it's not like necessarily a hard income, right? We get to. We haven't seen anything from the 3D animator or the writer. Like we're following 2 of those 5 people at the start, right?
Question, Jordan. We saw the voice actor, I think, call Aoi while she was like busy and like the girl collapsed.
Yeah.
That's the voice actor. I thought at one point later on when they had people voice acting that one of them was the childhood friend voice acting, but I don't think that's true, right?
No.
Red hair girl, the voice actor.
Yeah.
I'm colorblind as well. And you choose shows where a lot of the faces are so fucking similar. But
there's like this show also throws like 30 million characters at you.
Right at you.
Yeah.
And then you're on episode 3 and stuff's happening. And episode 1, the first 3 minutes, I'm like, is this one of like 5 characters? Because like I know Awie's here, but like what about what's her name? Fucking
there's 2 of the others we just don't even see in those first 3 episodes really, aside from the very start. But
well, 2 of them were not the same age, if I remember correctly. Like 3 of them graduated, and then 2 of them didn't.
They all 5 graduated.
Yeah. Well, they're all 5 graduated now because it's 2.5 years later. But I'm pretty sure they're not the same age.
Okay, maybe, yeah. I don't remember. But
yeah, I'm just like, finally they introduce a character. I'm like, is this one of the 5? I have to go back. I should have taken a picture of them.
Yeah. So I recommended this one just because it's an anime about making anime. We're always watching anime. It's cool to get that insight into the background. And then I know last week, whenever I asked about like the production of stuff, I know you guys said you kind of notice it if it's bad, right? But there's a lot of times if it's good, it's almost like whether or not you look for it is such a big detail on if they went that extra mile in certain regards, right? And like appreciating that where you see it. So I don't know. This is one of those shows I think that makes me appreciate that a little bit more. So that's all. That's the last thing I'll say about it.
Yeah, I think it makes me appreciate because a lot of times we just consume and we don't think about the people that are creating it and their conditions and the stuff that they're going through, and also the fact that they're probably watching it alongside us and like reading comments and like when I made it so many anime related YouTube videos, and I just assume I'm making it for the fans, but sometimes you could also be making it for maybe not like the author, but there's a lot of people that work on these, and they got into the industry because they probably got into the industry because they're fans of anime. So there's a good chance they could have seen some of the content, maybe not that we're making, but that other people are making for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that's one of the biggest things about the industry. It's very competitive because people want to work in it because they're passionate about it. But because of that, sometimes the work conditions aren't the best, right? So it's very stressful, very competitive, etc.
Recon, your turn to talk about Berserk. Did you watch episodes 4 through 6?
Huh? What are we talking about?
Did you watch episode 4 through 6 of Berserk?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes, I did.
Troll.
Did you only watch episodes 4 through 6, or did you watch more?
No, I just watched 3 extra episodes.
Okay,
nice.
Gotcha.
Thoughts?
Wow. It's actually really good. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad you're liking it. What did you think of General Zod?
It's Zod, the immortal Zod.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
that was a crazy fucking fight, right?
That episode in episode 6, the fight between Guts and the immortal Zod, who turns into a fucking ogre at first, and then a demon, and then a full-on demon. I'm like, oh, that was spicy. I'm not gonna lie, I really liked it.
And it also we know in episode 1 that there's demons and all these different things going on in the world. And then it cuts back to like very grounded, just like humans versus humans fighting. And then in episode 6, it jumps right back into, there's an immortal fucking demon fighting for the enemy. And it wipes out most of Guts's fucking like unit. Continue, Recon. I just wanted to talk about that. I like how it gets grounded and then comes back to demons.
I liked how it starts in episode 4, where it shows off, more of the conversation between Guts and Griffith, and we actually get to see that he becomes a commander later on. Was it a commander or a captain? I don't remember, but he becomes a leader in the mercenary group, and then he gets to basically he becomes higher than Guts, right? Guts is captain.
No, well,
I don't remember.
Griffith is the highest for sure. Guts, Guts and what's the girl's name? Oh my God, Casca. Guts and Casca are both leading their own like thing, but I think Guts is higher, right? Slightly now.
No, Griffith is higher.
I know Griffith is the highest. You know that.
Griffith is definitely the highest.
So the whole band is there because they're following Griffith, right?
Yeah,
but Guts is like basically given an important role, like leading the cavalry or what have you.
I feel like he was even like slightly higher ranked or whatever than Casca. But also the Casca and Guts bickering kills me. Like it's so. I feel like it's
like she's so annoyed of him because he's just charging into battle recklessly, and she's like, "Watch out! You need to follow our lead." And he's just doing his own thing. He doesn't give a shit. I love it.
I feel like it comes from Casca's love and respect of Griffith that like seeing Guts go wild just pisses her the fuck off. And how much Griffith likes Guts. Griffith loves Guts and like treats him like in a special way or whatever.
Man,
it makes Casca jealous too, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the relationship between Guts and Griffith is so good. I'm just waiting to see where this all falls down.
Yeah,
that's how it gets you, right?
I'm just waiting. It's so interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just waiting for that moment. How did that friendship get ruined? I can't wait.
It foreshadows that it like fell apart somehow, right? And then episode 4, I think they have like a bath scene together where they're goofing around, and then the Fujiyoshi went wild with that one, and then against Zod in particular, Griffith put his own life on the line and like went in there to try to save Guts, like in a way that he would never really do for like anybody else, or has never really done for anybody else, right? So there's a lot of building going on there.
I like how they also showed off Guts' backstory as well in his childhood, where he was training. He was just a weakling, and he was he joined some mercenary group just to learn how to fight and shit. And he gets betrayed in the end and framed for killing the what was the guy's name? Gimbo? I don't remember.
I rewatched this part a little bit, but it's been a little.
I don't remember the
while.
guy's name. But
the father figure of his, or.
Yeah, the guy that he looked up to, and he was trying to kill Guts, but then Guts killed him, and the other soldiers came to the tent, and they witnessed that Guts killed him. I don't remember the guy's name. Holy
Gambino.
But it starts with
Gambino.
Yeah, Gambino. Gambino, yeah. And then Guts had to run away and then pretty much do his own thing. But it was a cool backstory at the very least to see.
Yeah, the anime definitely cuts out a little bit.
A lot,
stuff,
yeah.
But it's very, even within the first couple episodes, and then even in 4 and 5, it's very like insinuated rather than shown, and I actually kind of like that. But maybe I like that because I already know. If you're going in blind,
Donovan?
about Donovan and stuff like that.
Okay.
Fucking Gimbo.
Fucking Gimbo.
Gimbo.
I'm happy that it seems like Recon's very invested in this, and he knows.
I'm genuinely very invested. I want to ask you guys this: the Zod at the end, when he beat down Griffith, he saw that he was wearing that necklace. What is that necklace even related to? He said
we can't tell you. Yeah.
He spoke to Guts and told him something about death, that you're gonna meet your death or something. I don't know, and then he just ran out. So
it got
me interested. It got me interested a lot more.
Let's go.
Okay, guys, we gotta recommend some anime for next week. We're gonna continue watching 3 more episodes of Berserk, right, Recon?
Of course, I will be watching it. I'm very intrigued.
Anyway, guys, that's Rank Cafe. I hope everyone enjoyed. Thank you for joining me, Jordan and Recon. I love you guys.
Yeah.
No worries.
Love you guys.
Always here.
Yeah. Ship on.
Bang!
And I will see you all next time. Bang.
Later.